Welcome back. Here are your notes for section 2.5, volume of a pyramid and a cone. As always, make sure you go ahead and put your date up here that you're filling this out so you know. I'm going to start with some more formulas today. Hope you're getting used to using those formulas now. Alright, first thing we're going to talk about is volume of a pyramid. Your formula for that is V equals 1/3 big B times H. And we've seen big B a lot this chapter. Remember, big B is the area of the base. And that H, of course, stands for the height. And we're talking about pyramids and cones, so that height goes from the vertex straight down, kind of in the middle of the solid to the base there. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and use our formulas here to find the area or the volume of these two pyramids below. Looking at my base here, I see that I have a square, so my area for my, a rectangle. For the rectangle is length times width. So my big B here is 10 times 7, so the area of the base is 70. Now I'm going to go ahead and use that 14 for my height and find the volume using my formula 1/3. I should write that first. 1/3 base times height, so 1/3 70 times 14. Punching that in your calculator, then you can just do 1 divided by 3, or you can put 1 divided by 3 in parentheses there. We're going to have a decimal for this. It's 326.6 repeating. We're talking about volume, so my units are cubic, so centimeters cubed here. Alright, looking at the next shape or pyramid here, it looks like I have a triangular prism. So my base is a triangle, so looking ahead back on that sheet, 1/2 base times height, or base times height divided by 2 to find the area of my base. So 1/2 looks like I've got my perpendicular parts here, so 6 times 8. So my base area is 48. Oh, sorry, 24. I forgot to divide it by 2. Base area is 24. Using that volume formula now, 1/3 base times height. So my volume equals 1/3 my base area, which is 24. The height of my pyramid is 6. So my volume equals 48 feet cubed. Okay, so again, we're just using that area of the base. We should be pretty good at finding area now of our polygons. Alright, next part here, we talk about volume of a cone. Again, another formula here for you. So I've got volume equals 1/3 again, and we've got pi r squared, which if you recognize that, that's the area of the base, times the height again. So again, we're talking about volume, so cubic. So r is the radius, and of course h is the height. Okay, moving down here to our two examples. The first one says find the volume of the cone. Looking at what I need, so volume equals 1/3 pi times radius times height. Looks like I've got my radius. Looks like I've got my slant height, so I need to find my height over here of my pyramid. So I'm going to set up my Pythagorean theorem here. So x squared plus 5 squared equals 13 squared. So x squared plus 25 equals 169. Subtracting 25 from both sides, I've got x squared equals 144. Square rooting both sides, I get x is equal to 12. So it looks like my height of my pyramid there, or my cone, is 12. Looks like I've got everything I need now. So volume equals 1/3 pi times my radius times my, oops, not 13, my height of 12 that we just found. We're going to give an exact answer and a decimal answer, or an approximate answer. So multiplying 1/3 times 5 times 12, I get 100 pi. Remembering my label is cubed. And then my approximate value, go ahead and multiply that by 3.14, or pi button on your calculator. I've got 314.16, and I'm talking cubic feet, so feet cubed. Again, getting used to that exact answer and that approximate answer by now. Alright, looking at that next example here, it looks like I've got a cone given a diameter, so in order to find my radius, I'm going to cut that in half, so my radius is 2. Looks like I'm given that height, because remember, height is always perpendicular to the base there. So I'm going to write down my formula, 1/3 pi r squared h. And then I'm going to plug in what I have. So volume equals 1/3 pi times 2 squared times 5. Plugging that in on your calculator, we get my exact answer. We're going to leave it as a fraction for this one. So 1 times 2 squared, which is 4, times 5, so that's 20. Erase that, maybe not. So that's 20 over 3 pi, and we're talking meters cubed today. And then my decimal answer, or my approximate answer, I'm going to actually do that fraction on my calculator, multiply it by pi, and I get 20.93 meters cubed. Alright, that's our notes for today. Your first assignment for this section is on the next page, assignment number 6.